Philippians 1:21 says, "For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." Paul did not say, "For to me to live is family." He did not say, "For to me to live is success." He did not say, "For to me to live is comfort, money, ministry, reputation, or getting my way." He said, "For to me to live is Christ." That verse forces an uncomfortable question. What are you actually living for? You can attend church, you can carry a Bible, you can sing songs, you can serve in a ministry and still build an entire life around who? Yourself. Christ can become something you add to your schedule instead of the one your schedule belongs to. We want Christ to bless our plans. Paul wanted Christ to be his life. There's a massive difference there. Paul was writing from imprisonment. His freedom had been taken, his plans had been interrupted, his future was uncertain, yet he had not lost his reason for living. Why? Because Rome could imprison Paul, but Rome could not imprison Christ. They could take his freedom, they could threaten his body, they could eventually take his life, but if Christ was his life, they could not take the thing he was living for. That's why he could say, "And to die is gain." You cannot threaten a man with heaven when he is already living for Christ. When Baptist missionary Adoniram Judson went to Burma, he was not walking into an easy ministry. Years passed before he saw any visible fruit. He buried loved ones. He battled sickness. And during the first Anglo-Burmese war, he was arrested, thrown into prison. The iron fetters were put on, and he lived under the threat of death. He had plenty of reasons to quit, plenty of reasons to say, "This has cost me enough," but Judson stayed. He spent decades laboring among the Burmese people, preaching the gospel and translating the Bible into their language. His life kept saying what Paul had wrote, "For to me to live is Christ." That's the difference between having Christ somewhere in your life and having Christ as your life. If comfort is your life, suffering will stop you. If success is your life, failure will stop you. If applause is your life, criticism will stop you. If ease is your life, sacrifice will stop you. When Christ is your life, the question stops being, "What is this costing me?" And the question becomes, "Is Jesus Christ worth it?" And the answer is always a resounding yes. Everything else you live for can eventually be taken away. Money can disappear. Health can fail. People can leave. Plans can collapse, positions can change, applause gets quiet, but when Christ is your life, your purpose survives whatever happens around you. Don't spend your life chasing things that will eventually you'll have to leave behind. Live for the one who you will stand for when everything else is gone. Today's challenge: if someone watched your schedule, your spending, your conversations, your ambitions and priorities, what would they conclude you're living for? If the answer is anything other than Christ, something needs to move in your life. The victory thought of the day: if Christ is what you live for, you can never lose what matters most.